My name's David Mendoza. I'm 20 years old, and this is my second time here at Hallenbecks. And if it's anything like my second dates, then you'll probably forget my name, leave early, and make me pay for your drinks. Yeah, I don't have much luck with the ladies. It's mainly because of the situation I got going on right here. I had a crush on this waitress though, and I was trying to think of a way to get her to like me. And I was thinking, you know, maybe I should act really mean to her, because that's how it always happens in the movies. Like, people always hate each other and then they fall in love later. So I thought, last time I ate there, she came up and she said, hey, do you want me to wrap this stuff up so that you can take it home with you? And I said, don't flatter yourself. It wasn't that great. In fact, throw it out back and don't let the homeless get to it. Yeah. So she came back later and she asked me, you want more coffee? So I said, surprise me. So she threw coffee in my face. Yeah. Speaking of movies, I like going to the movies. Probably more than a regular person. But I went to the movies, and it was a while ago, but I saw Mission Impossible. I don't remember what part it was. But as I was watching the movie, I realized, you know, in that movie, Tom Cruise doesn't exist. You know, like, there's probably no Katie Holmes, there's no Shallow, there's no Top Gun. And I thought about Babel too. Like, you know, in that movie, Brad Pitt doesn't exist. So maybe there's no Angelina Jolie, and there's no whatever else he's been in. But I thought, you know, maybe actors should make movies where they play themselves and they have to deal with like extraordinary situations at the same time, like living their regular lives. So like maybe Brad Pitt would be in a movie where he has to save the world from aliens, but get his kids to stop calling him the Manny, because a Manny is like a male name. Or like Tom Cruise has to be in a movie where he has to defuse a nuclear bomb, or and figure out what medication will stop the voices at night. Yeah. So I drove over here, and something that bothers me is when people say, you know, I need to go relax, and I need to cool down. I'm going to go take a drive. No, take a drive. Because if anything, you go for a drive when you want to get pissed off. I mean, I've gotten out of my car crying with tears of anger at the road because it angers me so much. I mean, it's gotten so bad to the point where it doesn't matter where I'm going now, but by the time I get there, I want to start chopping atoms. So I found myself at the market, at the supermarket last night, and I was looking at the countertop cleaners, like the 409, the Fantastic, and I saw one and it said, you know, it kills 99.9% of all bacteria. And I thought to myself, it kills 99.9% of bacteria. So what about that 0.1%? I mean, that 0.1% has got to be like a bad motherfucker, right? I mean, to spit in the face of Mr. Clean and be like, no, not me. Because, and I thought further, like, you know, if I'm not killing that 0.1%, then aren't I just helping it out? Because I'm killing the 100% of its enemies. All that other bacteria that's too weak, I'm killing it, and whatever I don't kill, I'm at least making weaker, so that 0.1% can eat it and like become bigger and stronger. And the whole time, it's getting a bigger intolerance towards the same clean stuff that I'm using. And I don't know if that's really funny because sometimes it keeps me up at night. Another thing about cleaners is that when I go to buy one, I don't care about what they smell like or what color they are or how big they are. All I want to look at is the warning label, because I want to know how serious this stuff is about getting the job done, even if it has to take me out in the process. You know, like if comes in contact with skin or eyes, flush underwater for 15 minutes. No, that's half-assed. I'm not using you. If comes in contact with hands, cut your losses. You know, like your hands, just cut hands off. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. So I went to AA a couple months ago, not because I'm alcoholic, but because I wanted extra credit for a class. And I got there and I expected everyone to be really downhearted and sad. But the first thing I noticed is that when I got there, you know, no one was drunk. And one after the other, they were all talking about themselves, and they were all like a rags to riches stories. They were all successful now, and it seemed like your life has to go down the shithole before you can become anything successful. So I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe I should kick back a couple of drinks, so that way, you know, my life can go down the toilet, and then it could go out to sea, and then maybe it get eaten by a fish, and then that fish could get eaten by a bird, and then that bird could get eaten by a shark, and then it'd be a shark. So last time I went to a 24-hour. Well, sometimes I go to school and people there, the teacher will start assigning homework, and he'll start assigning homework, and I see students around me, and they'll start taking out their daily planner or agenda, and they'll start writing the stuff down. And every time I see them do that, I think, you know, what if I took that agenda when they weren't looking, hid it away someplace, and waited until they noticed that it was gone. So then when they noticed it was gone, I'd walk up to them and I'd say, "You've got a hidden agenda, and I'm gonna find it. You two-faced bastard." I'm done now. Thank you.